Good day and welcome. You're watching Maarten Newsdesk, where we bring you the latest and most important stories around the island and beyond. With your anchor crew, Alston Lawrence, Glenda York, Tiziana Hart, and Mizzy with the Sunshine Report. This broadcast is brought to you by TV15 and proudly produced by Great Bay Media Studios in Phillipsburg, St. Maarten. And now, let's jump straight into today's top headlines.
MP proposes Ryan Gum's law to strengthen DUI legislation. Member of Parliament Franklin Myers is calling on Parliament to introduce stronger drunk driving laws in memory of Ryan Gums, whose death in a traffic accident has sparked renewed calls for legal reform. Speaking during Tuesday's urgent parliamentary meeting, Myers proposed using draft DUI legislation prepared by former MP Claude Peterson as the foundation for what he called the Ryan Gums Law. Myers said St. Maarten currently lacks the legal framework needed to conduct roadside breath alcohol testing and urged all 15 members of Parliament to work together to close those gaps. He said while it is too late for Ryan Gums, stronger legislation could help prevent similar tragedies in the future. Myers also suggested Parliament consider reducing its travel budget to help finance the legislation after concerns were raised that previous draft laws had stalled because of funding. Offering condolences to the Gums family, Myers acknowledged the pain surrounding the case and said lawmakers should now focus on delivering meaningful legal reforms that improve road safety and restore public confidence in the justice system. Parliament opens nominations for Youth Award. Parliament is inviting the public to nominate outstanding young people for the annual President of Parliament Award. The award recognizes youth between the ages of 15 and 24 who have made meaningful contributions to St. Maarten through leadership, innovation, service, or achievement. Nominees may be recognized for work in education, entrepreneurship, the arts, sports, volunteerism, environmental initiatives, or other areas that benefit the community. To qualify, candidates must have Dutch nationality or have legally resided in St. Maarten for at least 10 consecutive years and be registered in the civil registry. Their contributions must have taken place within the last 3 years and must have been made as private citizens, not as elected or appointed government officials. Nominations are open until August 17, 2026. Forms can be submitted online by emailing to info@sxmparliament.org or by hard copy to the Parliament Building on Wilhelmina Straat in Phillipsburg. CPS hosts vaccine outreach for children and teens today. Collective Prevention Services is hosting a vaccine outreach Thursday, July 9th, today, for children and teenagers who may have missed their vaccinations. The outreach will take place from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. at the CPS Baby Wellness Clinic in the Vineyard Office Park. Parents and guardians are encouraged to bring children from 2 months to 17 years old, along with their vaccination record. CPS says the outreach includes vaccines that protect against illnesses such as diphtheria, tetanus, whooping cough, polio, hepatitis B, measles, mumps, rubella, pneumococcal disease, and HPV. The HPV vaccine is recommended for girls between the ages of 9 and 17 and offers long-term protection against cervical cancer. CPS says keeping vaccinations up to date helps protect individual children and strengthens community immunity. For more information or to check a child's vaccination status, call 542-3003 or WhatsApp at 520-4163.
Hello, my people. My name is Glenda York of Sit, Sip and Chat and Moms in Paradise podcast. You can find us on TV15 St. Maarten, TVC St. Kitts, and on YouTube. Reporting from Great Bay Media Studios in St. Maarten, your Newsdesk featured story is coming up. But first, here is Mizzy with the Sunshine Report.
Hey there, it's Mizzy with the Sunshine Report, straight out of Sunshine City, St. Maarten, bringing you the warmth and the sunshine you need to kickstart your day. So let's dive in today's forecast and see how the skies are treating us.
You could talk to your family, talk to your friends. Affordability and convenience. Community connection, that makes sense. Reliability with experience. Hey, for every life, every adventure. Number one provider, they got ya. We tell them your data is always on. You can opt out whenever you want. Tell them we always on. For every moment when you want more. Tell them we always on. Stay connected when you want the road. Control my data, yeah, yeah, yeah. Always connected every time, everywhere. Money low, but I never fair. I know, tell them is there. Connectivity, that's what I like. Flexibility, that's what I like. Reliability, that's what I like. Tell them, sign me up for life. Tell them we always on. For every moment when you want more. Come tell them we always on. Stay connected when you want to go. Come tell them we always on. For every moment when you want more. Tell them we always on. Stay connected when you want to road.
Welcome to the BTP Cybercrime Awareness video. What is cybercrime? Cybercrime is any illegal activity that uses computers, smartphones, or the internet to harm people, steal information, or cause damage. Now, how to protect yourself. First, use strong passwords. Also, keep your devices and antivirus software updated. Enable two-factor authentication. Research before sending money. Use trusted platforms. Log out of accounts on shared/public devices. Scan the QR code for more tips. Stay alert. Stay secure.
St. Maarten chefs placed third at Nevis Mango Festival. St. Maarten earned a third place finish at the Nevis Mango Festival competition on Sunday, July 5th. Culinary instructor Chef Renata De Weaver and Junior Chef Janena Joseph of the National Institute of Professional Advancement, known as NIPA, represented St. Maarten in the regional competition. The chefs faced two mystery basket challenges, both requiring them to creatively incorporate mango. The first round focused on a plant-based dish using green banana, green soursop, and mango. The second round brought a bigger test, creating a mango-infused conch dish with ground coffee added as a surprise ingredient near the end of the challenge. Education Minister the Honorable Melissa Gums, who attended the festival on invitation from the Nevis Tourism Authority, praised both chefs for their adaptability, creativity, and professionalism. Nevis won first place, Anguilla placed second, and St. Maarten took third. As a quick fact, the Nevis Mango Festival celebrates the island's more than 40 mango varieties through culinary events, tastings, and competitions. 3 St. Maarten women honored at Caribbean POSH Awards. 3 women from St. Maarten have earned regional recognition at the 2026 Caribbean POSH Icon Woman Awards in the BVI. That's right, the British Virgin Islands. Clara Reyes, Shanda Webster Glasgow, and Malika Maxwell were among 15 winners representing 6 Caribbean territories during Caribbean POSH's 10th anniversary celebration. Reyes received the Community and Culture Icon Award. Webster Glasgow received the Culinary Icon Award, and Maxwell received the Performing Arts Icon Award. Organizers say the honorees reflect St. Maarten's creativity, cultural strength, and community leadership. The event was held under the theme, The Future of the Caribbean, Connection, Collaboration, and Growth, bringing together entrepreneurs, creatives, tourism leaders, officials, and changemakers from across the region and diaspora. Caribbean POSH founder Jeanette Bryn says the awards celebrate women whose work strengthens their communities and elevates Caribbean excellence. For St. Maarten, the recognition places 3 local leaders on a wider regional stage while highlighting the island's continued contribution to Caribbean culture and creativity. Shark and Ray Discovery Day set for Simpson Bay. The Nature Foundation St. Maarten is inviting residents and visitors to Shark and Ray Discovery Day this Saturday, July 11th at the Simpson Bay Fish Market. The Shark Week community event runs from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. and is designed to raise awareness about the importance of sharks and rays in local waters. Visitors can meet conservation professionals, explore educational booths, take part in games, win prizes, and learn about ongoing research and protection efforts. A major highlight will be free lagoon boat tours departing every 30 minutes. Space is limited and advanced registration is encouraged by contacting the Nature Foundation through WhatsApp at 581-6365 or by email at info@naturefoundationsxm.org. The event is part of the Nature Foundation's MENA project, which focuses on protecting sharks and rays nursery areas around St. Maarten. Research shows local water serves as nursery grounds for tiger sharks, Caribbean reef sharks, and spotted eagle rays. Organizers say protecting these species is essential for reef health, fishery stability, and the future of St. Maarten's maritime environment.
Hey there, I'm Venicia Herbert, and welcome to the Community Billboard. This is your space, where the people, places, and heartbeat of the St. Maarten community get to speak for themselves. Whether it's an event worth showing up for, a business worth knowing about, or a cause worth caring about, you'll hear it right here. So, settle in, because what's coming up next just might be exactly what you've been looking for. Welcome to the Newsdesk Community Billboard.
Every summer, young people across St. Maarten are ready to learn, grow, and contribute to the workforce. All we need is an opportunity.
As youth, we are calling on businesses, organizations, government departments to step up and invest in the future of our island through corporate social responsibility.
By opening your doors to young people, you are helping to build a stronger, more prepared St. Maarten for tomorrow.
A summer job is more than just work experience. It helps you develop confidence, responsibility, communication skills, and valuable professional experience that can help shape their future.
Your organization can make a real difference by becoming a host partner in the 2026 BOP program.
For more information, contact Department of Youth XSM on Facebook, email deptofyouth@stmartengov.org.
We are counting on you. Register today.
To be part of our mailing list, send an email to newsdesksxm@gmail.com.
Let's put everything on the table. People always give their opinion, and you can either take it or crunch it. Let them judge. We give in to the most irresistible flavor. We devour every nugget that falls in our hands, especially when it's our crunchy fried chicken. And let the crumbs fly if needed. Let them keep judging. We'll keep indulging. KFC, it's finger-licking good.
You could talk to your family, talk to your friends. Affordability and convenience, community connection, that makes sense. Reliability with experience, hey. For every love, every adventure, number one provider, they got ya. We tell them your data is always on. You can opt out whenever you want. Tell them we always on. For every moment when you want more. Tell them we always on. Stay connected when you want to roll. Control my data, yeah, yeah, yeah. Always connected every time, everywhere. Money low, but I never fair. I know, tell them is there. Connectivity, that's what I like. Flexibility, that's what I like. Reliability, that's what I like. Tell them, sign me up for life. Tell them we always on. For every moment when you want more. Come tell them we always on. Stay connected when you want to go. Come tell them we always on. For every moment when you want more. Tell them we always on. Stay connected when you want to road.
Before we wrap up, we take a moment each day to check in with our neighbors across the region. There's always a story worth paying attention to. Here's today's regional headline.
French Guiana becomes CARICOM associate member. French Guiana has officially become the 8th associate member of CARICOM. The agreement was signed on July 7th by CARICOM Chairman and St. Lucia Prime Minister, the Honorable Philip J. Pierre, along with Gabriel Serville, President of the Territorial Collectivity of French Guiana. French Guiana is now participating in the 51st regular meeting of CARICOM heads of government in St. Lucia. Prime Minister Pierre called the signing an important step in strengthening the wider Caribbean family. He said the Caribbean is connected not only by geography but also by history, culture, shared challenges, and common goals. As an associate member, French Guiana is expected to deepen cooperation in CARICOM in areas such as trade, climate resilience, security, health, education, culture, environmental protection, and people-to-people relations. Pierre said integration is not static but a living process that grows when the region creates new bridges. Here's another quick fact. French Guiana is an overseas territory of France, located on the northern coast of South America, sharing borders with Brazil and Suriname.
Welcome back. Each day we take a moment to go beyond the headlines and look deeper into the issues, people, and conversations shaping life here on St. Maarten. Welcome to today's Newsdesk feature.
Major debate is emerging over the future of the global financial system. It's called tokenization, and while the word may sound technical, the impact could be real for small economies like those in the Caribbean. In simple terms, tokenization means placing financial assets, payments, deposits, securities, or other forms of value on shared digital ledgers. Instead of transactions moving through several separate steps, execution, clearing, settlement, and reconciliation, tokenized systems can allow ownership and payment to move almost instantly, sometimes automatically through smart contracts. That couldn't change how money moves around the world. For the Caribbean, the opportunity is significant. Many islands still face expensive cross-border payments, delays in bank transfers, limited access to capital, pressure from correspondent banking challenges, and high costs for remittances and trade payments. A better digital financial system could help businesses settle faster, families receive money more cheaply, and governments manage transactions more efficiently. Research on digital currencies in Latin America and the Caribbean has found that well-designed systems could reduce domestic and cross-border payment costs, improve real-time settlement, and expand access to central bank money while supporting programmable payments. The Caribbean has already been part of this experiment. The Bahamas launched the Sand Dollar in 2020, making it one of the world's earliest central bank digital currencies. Jamaica later introduced JAM-DEX as legal tender, while the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank launched Dcash across several OECS territories. These initiatives show that small island economies are not only watching financial innovation from the sidelines, in some cases they have been early movers. But the article by IMF official Tobias Adrian warns that tokenization is not just a technology upgrade, it changes the architecture of finance itself. When trades settle instantly, old buffers disappear. In today's system, delays can be frustrating, but they also give banks, regulators, and markets time to correct errors, manage liquidity, and respond to stress. In a tokenized system, collateral calls, payments, and redemptions can happen continuously and automatically. That means stress can move faster. Risk may shift away from traditional banks and toward the platforms, software code, and market infrastructures that control digital transactions. If those systems fail, are hacked, or are badly governed, the consequences could spread quickly. And that matters deeply for the Caribbean. Small economies already live with vulnerability to hurricanes, tourism shocks, imported inflation, high debt, and global banking decisions made far from the region. Tokenized finance could create new opportunities, but also new dependence on private global platforms and foreign-issued digital money. One concern is stablecoins. Stablecoins can move quickly across borders and may offer cheaper payments, but they depend on the strength of their reserves, the credibility of the issuer, and the promise that users can convert them back to regular money at par. Global financial officials have warned that heavy use of US dollar stablecoins in emerging markets could increase dollarization, weaken monetary control, and undermine national financial sovereignty. For Caribbean countries with their own currencies or currency unions, that is a serious issue. If citizens and businesses begin using private foreign digital money instead of local currency, central banks could lose influence over their own financial systems. That is why regulation, legal clarity, and regional coordination are critical. Governments must decide what role public money should play, how central banks should support digital settlement, how private platforms should be supervised, and whether tokenized records count as legal ownership. They must also decide how to protect consumers, prevent money laundering, secure data, and ensure that digital finance does not exclude people who lack technology or banking access. For the Caribbean, tokenization should not be treated as a passing trend. It connects directly to financial inclusion, trade, remittances, disaster resilience, tourism payments, and regional integration. But the region must approach it carefully. The best outcome would be a system that lowers cost, speeds up payments, supports innovation, and gives small economies better access to finance without handing control of Caribbean money and markets to unregulated platforms. Technology may open the door, but policy will decide whether tokenized finance strengthens the Caribbean's future or simply creates a faster version of the same old vulnerabilities.
That's all the time we have for today's edition of St. Maarten Newsdesk. Thank you so much for joining us. Remember, new episodes premiere every weekday at 8 a.m. on TV15 and across all our social media platforms. From all of us here at Newsdesk, we wish you a fantastic week ahead. Until next time, stay friendly, St. Maarten.